Welcome to the Orange Cactus Coffee Podcast with Mike Kincaid and Jake Goebel. Join them as they experience specialty coffee and document their journey. These friends explore roasts and roasting methods, brewing equipment and techniques, and review the cafes they visit along the way.
Thanks, Brioni, and thank you for joining us for episode 112 of the Orange Cactus Coffee Podcast. Mike and I talk about all the fails that took place recently in coffee, along with Prop 65 in California and the acrylamide warning, the Perk Brewer not shipping and not refunding on Kickstarter, the filibuster not showing up and not hide nor hair heard of it from St. Anthony Industries. We recount our own struggles trying to get shirts and product up on our website. So there was a lot of fail to go around, but let me tell you what didn't fail. The fact that we are back with 112 episodes is kind of crazy, but let's go ahead and jump right in. Hey, welcome to the Orange Cactus Coffee Podcast. I am Jake Goebel. With me, as always, is the incredible Mike Kincaid, and we are here to take you on an exceptional coffee journey.
All right, let's do it.
Wonderful. No, you can't see anything.
I'm disarranged.
Yeah, disillusioned, disoriented, disorientated, and disappointed.
That's enough of the nomenclature.
Ultimately disappointed. Should we start again?
Start what?
Third time's the charm.
No, we're good.
Okay, I'm just going to keep going.
There is no charm in this relationship.
There's no charm. Well, what is this? This is a show about coffee. This is a show where we are trying to get you to have a better coffee experience at home, in the cafe, and around the globe.
I thought this was just so I could write off all my coffee shop
visits.
This
is so Mike can write off his coffee shop visits on his tax return.
It's all for the show.
Yeah.
That's
awesome.
It's perfect.
Awesome. Now, we've been a little quiet on the podcast front, though. We've had some brew and reviews, but there have not been any daily ristrettos, and they are so infrequent now that part of me wonders if I really know or understand what the word daily means. Daily means it's supposed to come out every day, but I've been busy. I've been working for you, and I wanted to talk a little bit about some of the things that we have been doing. And then we will get going with our coffee rants. How does that sound like?
Great. Is that the intro?
That's sort of the intro. This is also, not only is this a podcast, wow, this is really terrible today. Not only is this a terrible podcast,
the notes.
But we have a very poor YouTube channel as well, where you can watch us instead of just listen to us talk about nonsense. You can see our beautiful faces.
The train wreck happen.
Yes, you can watch it live and in person. Well, not live.
Well, we had a lot of good notes today, so I was just trying to follow along.
Well, it started off with intro, then it went to coffee history, but you didn't add anything. You didn't bring the book. You didn't do anything.
No, the coffee history was the plug from the friend that shared, I thought.
I didn't link it. There's no link in there, so I don't know what I'm talking about.
Well, because you put that there.
I know. I put that there for you.
Oh, you did?
You used to bring a book.
Yeah.
You used to bring a book, and we talked about coffee history. I'm not ready to talk about that other thing yet. It's going to take a little while to do some research in order to speak intelligently about it.
Oh, gotcha.
Moving right along from coffee history to...
what's next then?
This is great. Adventures in Printful.
Perfect. This is good. So, sometimes there's miscommunications in relationships.
That's true. That's true.
And I just thought you had something ready to go there.
I don't have anything ready to go.
Based on that post that I can't find.
I have this ready to go, though.
Okay, move on to that.
To go. We have launched more products on our website besides coffee.
In addition
to coffee. And that has been an adventure. It's been an adventure in Printful. Trying to get Printful.
A Printful adventure?
Yeah, a Printful adventure. Printful is a company. They will make things on demand. They print on demand, and then they fulfill orders for you. They are what's called a white label fulfillment service. What that means is this. They pretend to be us. You get but it's not really us.
What?
They pretend to be us, but it's not really us. So let's just say, for the sake of example, this is what happens. Right now, if you go to our website and you decide that you want to buy a t-shirt,
okay,
this is what will happen.
We have T-shirts on there?
We have T-shirts on there. We've got hats. We've got posters. The next time that you see this, if you're watching on the YouTubes, we will have some posters up here that we made. Wow. Hopefully they look good. We'll see. I'm excited about it.
Hopefully they don't clash with the billowing clouds.
Oh, nothing clashes with billowing clouds. Billowing clouds looks good with everything. So this is what happens. If you buy a T-shirt, an order goes from our Shopify account to our Printful account. And Printful knows that it needs to fulfill that item. It waits for my permission.
Like a little robot.
Like a little robot. I pick how it's going to be shipped to you.
Got it.
And then they go about making it. It is a print-on-demand fulfillment service. So they have a machine that then they pick it. What that means is this. They find the shirt, the blank that it's supposed to go on. They set it on the direct-to-garment printer, and then they print the image on the front. They print an image on the back.
Okay.
And then they bag it up. They print out a packing slip that has Orange Cactus Coffee and a note from me on it.
It's our letterhead.
They put that in there, and then they send it to you. And when you get it, you think to yourself, wow, this is not Christmas in the mail that Jake has been promising me. And it came shipped separately from the coffee. In fact, the coffee came from Arizona, and this came from North Carolina. Yeah. What's going on? That is white label fulfillment. They fulfill your orders without your customer knowing about it. The customer is not supposed to know that the T-shirts, the hats, the posters came from Printful. It's supposed to look like it came from Orange Cactus Coffee, but it didn't.
But now they know.
But it didn't. Well, of course, you guys know. You guys are going to know everything because we've been telling you from the beginning. And you've been getting on me. You said, I want the Blueberries to the Face shirt. In fact, I want a kid's version of it. I want the podcast shirt. In fact, I want a shirt with just the logo on it. I want stuff. I want to buy stuff. Some of you have said, I don't drink coffee. I love listening to you guys, and I just want to support you. Get a shirt so I can buy it.
Get a shirt.
And then we came out with shirts, and they're $25, and you said, I don't love you guys that much. I don't like you enough to spend that kind of money. Plus, there's $6 for shipping. What are you guys doing? What are you guys doing?
Well, I think that rolls into some of the pros and cons of using Printful, right? Ideally, yes, we would love to have all these shirts pre-printed, stored up in Jake's closet.
Yes.
And we control the whole process.
That's what I want.
And because we print them up in mass quantity, hopefully with someone relatively local, they're cheaper too. We can get them a better price. We don't have to sell them for as much.
Yeah.
But in order to do that, you need to put up quite a bit of money.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And you got to run off maybe like 1,000 of them for it to make sense.
This is what I would like to do. Ideally, the minimum that you run off of shirts is 100. Now that can be different sizes, but each image or each design should be at least 100. There's a lot that goes into it, but this is what I would like. I would like to be able to, well, I'd actually like to be able to print them myself. But say we were going to order a bunch of them. You got to order 100 per style, per design. And if those don't sell well,
then you have different sizes within it.
So you go like 10, 20, 25, 20, 25, 10, something along those lines, 10, 10, whatever it is. You have a distribution where your more popular sizes, you have more of them, large, extra large.
Hopefully plan accordingly.
That's the deal. That's typically how you do it. What I would then do is I would take these shirts and I would come up with a box that would fit coffee and a shirt, coffee and 2 shirts, you know what I mean? Kind of like coffee and shirts and then a shirts only box. And then I would package it. I would ship it from here. I would write a little handwritten note in there, right? Of course, it's handwritten if I'm writing it, but I would write you a note, personalized note, tell you how much I appreciate you, and then I would sling it out. And I would sling it out from here along with the coffee. It would come in a little box that looks just like our coffee boxes, only smaller or different shape. And you'd be like, wow, this is awesome. Instead, you're buying shirts. You're getting them in a blank white Tyvek mailer with a little packing slip, a couple different packing slips in there. One that's like computerized, and you're like, what is this? And then there's another one that says, hi, this is Mike and Jake. Thank you so much for supporting us on our journey. And it says Orange Cactus Coffee in the top right-hand corner. That is what it is now, but ultimately, hopefully, what it will be in the future is something different where we have a little more consistency in delivering Christmas in the mail for all of our products, and then also being able to ship them together in the same box.
Yeah.
Same thing happened with the mugs. By the way, I think there's only one left of the mugs. But when someone ordered mug and the coffee, we had to ship it separately. But we didn't charge them separate shipping. So I boxed up the mug, taped it up, sent that out, paid, $6-7 for shipping. And then we boxed the coffee up, shipped that out. We pay $6-7 for shipping. We charge $6 for shipping. It's normally $7 for shipping, but that's neither here nor there. So we eat a lot of the shipping costs because we don't have the boxes and the things to put them in. So it's just we lose some money there. Even if we put it in a bigger box that was like one of these flat rates, it's just not.
You could do that. You just choose not to.
Well,
we could just get a standard gray or
but
or
it's
beige
not
box.
that much. It's not cheaper.
It's not any cheaper.
You're still paying more money.
Yeah.
By throwing it, well, you could probably put it in a standard box, throw it in there together.
Exactly.
Just
a simple.
Yeah, I refuse to do that. That's true. I do refuse to do that. But the same thing is happening with the shirts. If you buy, so right now, when someone buys one shirt, it's $7 shipping. We charge you $6, and we eat $1, and we sling it out to you, priority mail. And that happens from Printful. If you buy shirts and coffee, we eat the shipping on the shirts and we eat a little bit of shipping on the coffee. But you still get what it is that you've said you've wanted this whole time. You get shirts, you get coffee, you get stuff. And hopefully we can see which of these products sells better or what you like more. And the way you vote, of course, is by buying, right? That's how businesses work. If you're selling a lot of one thing and very little of another, you put your energies towards the thing that sells better. That's the way business works.
Yeah. Well, that's what Printful enables you to do. That's one of the pros is you can kind of test the market. You can put the designs out there, right? And with them, until someone buys it, until the first order is placed, there's no cost, essentially.
Zero cost.
And then what? It's like $10 to digitalize the image to put it into production?
No, it doesn't cost anything to digitize the images for T-shirts, for screen printing.
Okay.
Because I already have the files ready to go.
I thought there was an initial charge.
There's only initial charge to turn a print file to an embroidery file.
I see.
And then sometimes you need a little bit more design work. It's embroidery that is tricky. And our hats are going to be embroidered. And there's going to be a little mound that the cactus is standing on. Because your little sublimated mound. Yeah, this guy right here. See how it's real subtle there on the bottom there, the mound that he's standing on. It's like an outline of a mound. They can't screen print that. They need something more, so they're making a little bigger mound a little bit for it to sit on. Yeah. So I don't know.
I don't know what to expect.
I don't know what to expect, but that's what we're working on.
But you'll see, right? You've got some of that ordered.
Yes.
So we'll get a preview of that.
But it's just
so Printful enables you to do.
And those are the hats.
Yeah, those are the hats.
The hats are the bane of my existence, but they are cool.
Yeah, they are. They just keep coming back around.
They keep coming back to get me.
So ideally, we see this as a step. Hopefully, as a step in the right direction to just see what people like, what works, what we don't like, and then ultimately one day it'd be nice to fulfill our own orders with the final goal to be producing our own,
self-sufficient. Yeah,
right. Creating them, print it. That would be sweet. So let us know what you think. Check it out. If there's any good designs, bad designs, or things that you think we can improve, we would like to hear about it.
Yep.
So that's life in Printful.
That's life in Printful. And it was challenging to get all of the items up there as well, or just time consuming.
It is time consuming.
It's very time consuming.
Getting it to integrate, getting images to your demos, your mock-ups, so that you can display them on your website. It's tricky.
Because we have printing on the front, but then we have printing on the back as well. I remember that. So you make the shirt, and not all the images were exported into Shopify.
Yeah.
So when you go to buy a shirt, it showed you the front, and that's it.
Yeah.
And not that, but there was printing on the back. So as the consumer, you see, you're like, well, I only get printing on the front and it's kind of expensive. It seems like not that good a deal.
Yeah.
Once you start seeing more things on there, I think you start saying, okay, this is a little better deal. Like if they have front printing, back printing, hem tags, hang tags, there's just more that goes into the shirt than just a small image on the front.
Than just the logo.
It makes it more, or you feel, I think, like there's a little bit more value.
Yeah, sure.
Like Johnny Cupcakes released some T-shirts today. They're $40 a piece, and I almost bought one.
Almost.
I almost bought one.
Free shipping?
Should I put a picture of the shirt in the show notes? And the missus was like, you should just make one that is very similar to your own. I'm going to show Mikey. I'm going to show Mikey, and I'm going to put a picture of it in the show notes for you. That is the one I almost bought. It is a smiley face with a gold tooth.
And a cupcake reflecting in the gold tooth. That's worth $40.
That's worth $40. That's what I thought. And there's printing on the back as well. And the missus said, no, you're not doing that.
With them, $40 is a lot for a t-shirt, but you're not paying for a shirt. You're not paying because you need something to wear. You're paying because you like the design work, the time and the energy and everything that the artist put into it. Yeah.
Exactly.
So anyway, I would like to offer, our shirts. I think it'd be nice to have just a range where the basic, brand and logo are $20 tops, right? Nothing more. Maybe even 15 would be sweet. And then your custom, like the blueberries to the face, where we've hired artists to help design that. Those can be a little bit more.
Yeah, I think, I don't know. I think I would just like to offer more at 25. I don't think that I would go lower than that, because to me, I want to start adding hem tags, and I want to start adding other things to it. Mm-hmm. So that would be where I would say, hey, I don't know about lowering the price. I would just be about making it better.
Yeah.
So more value. I think like the price high then justify, I think is the way they say in marketing.
For me, with it being an online order, it's the shipping that puts it over the edge when you're at 31. Yeah. That's when you're like, okay,
that's true.
We enter a new category. We're in a new tax bracket. Am I sure I want to commit to this? Oh. Like if it was free shipping somehow, or if you ordered 2 shirts and you got free shipping, or 2 shirts and a coffee, we really want to offer free shipping. But when we look at the numbers, we just eat so much.
Yeah. But ultimately, the customer does pay for everything. Ultimately.
Well, they have to in a sustainable business. Otherwise, the business just goes out of business.
Out of business. You got it. Which we will do if we don't start making some sort of profit. But that is. Where's the
threshold?
Where's the threshold? I don't know. I can tell you this though. Tandala selling their Burundi was a great price, I think, for $14 plus shipping. Mm-hmm. And my man, after our brew and review, Jay Dizzle pulled the trigger, got himself some Burundi.
Nice.
From Tandala.
That was very good. Very good coffee.
Really, really good coffee.
Yeah.
So moving right along though, because once you get coffee, you have to grind it and then you have to brew it. And there are a lot of brewers out there. One brewer that was very interesting was called the Perk Brewer. The Perk Brewer was on Kickstarter, and it received funding very quickly, over $100,000.
Yeah.
And it's supposed to rival like the Clover. It was supposed to be an automatic ultimate single cup coffee experience where you can program everything. You could program the bloom, how much water goes in for the bloom, a single pour, how many pours. You could just kind of dial everything in. The concept had a thumbs up from coffee legend Scott Rayo, and everything was programmable and adjustable, temperature, and it looked beautiful. I mean, there were some prototypes that they made, and you could look at it. It was a very visually appealing brewer. It looked like kind of
It's very futuristic.
Cuba. Yeah, it looked like
a little spaceship dome on top.
Yeah, it looked kind of like it had the similar design features of the Decent. Like it was black, it was minimalist, it was clean, real clean lines, a display.
Mm-hmm.
It was just a beautiful device, a beautiful brewer. It was a little pricey for me, so I didn't pull the trigger because by the time I got turned on to it, most of those great deals on Kickstarter were already gone. But now we know that none of them were great deals because they decided to throw in the towel, and they're not shipping any of their brewers, and they are not giving any money back. And that is very disappointing. Who knows what Kickstarter can or will do in the future, or with this particular Perk Brewer, with the people that have funded it, that put their money out there. But our very own Manny G put money into this brewer. Yeah. And it doesn't look like he's going to get his money back. And he's, of course, got a great spirit about the whole thing. You know, he's disappointed, but he understands. You know, it's Kickstarter, and sometimes there's, you know, charlatans on Kickstarter. And apparently, you know, whether intentionally or unintentionally, got by one. I mean, there's no mention of needing additional financial backing from investors in order to ship the Perk, but the statement that they made to all the investors, that's exactly what they said. Hey, we're not going to ship the Perk, and it's because we took your money, but we needed more money from investors, and we never got that more money from investors, so we're not giving you your money back, and we're not giving you your brewer either.
Yeah, they're not going to deliver the product.
You're not getting anything.
Yeah, I mean, they had it varied. You know, it was about $200. People were dropping to get these perks.
Yeah,
and it just goes to show you, and I think that's kind of with Kickstarter. With the, you know, it's become such a way for products to come to market that we tend to forget, at least myself, that this is a developed item. This is something that's still being created, and there are many obstacles that they have to overcome. And a lot of good companies do that, some with a lot of challenges, but ultimately there's risk. There is risk in delivering of the product. And so what do? Yes, they're supposed to deliver, but if all the money was spent and they didn't accomplish the goals that they needed, I'm not sure what the outcome is.
I don't know.
I think there's a risk. I don't know if Kickstarter steps in, being the platform they are today, and says, you know what, we'll make good on it for integrity. Yeah. It's a lot of money. It's a lot of money. $110,000 was pledged by 500 people. So just something to keep in mind. Along with that, we've also had our own Kickstarter woes with delays or with products not delivering as expected.
Yeah.
And so I think something, you know, as you mentioned, the way Manny's taken it is you have to realize that that's a possibility. Where I find it most frustrating is when these companies just don't communicate. I'll be as patient as I need be. I understand it's a prototype. It's a product that has yet to come to market. There's things that come up.
Time.
I mean, just for us to make a bag in a box,
it takes a long time.
It's so much that goes into the design and the elements, and then you submit it, and then Printful's like, no, wait a minute, you don't have a big enough mound under your cactus. We can't create this. You know what I mean? You get all these things that you didn't even realize were issues. And so I don't have a problem being patient. I just don't like when there's silence, when you don't respond to people, when they're commenting and they're asking for updates.
What I think I would like to see from Kickstarter is I would like to be able to vet the people a little bit more. Like there's an about page, right? But you really don't necessarily get to know.
Maybe like a Kickstarter rating, like a reliability rating or something.
People that are on there.
Yeah.
Like when the December Dripper, I was pretty excited about it. You backed it. I did a little more research into the person that was running it, the individual. And I said, you know what? That is not an individual that I would like to do business with. Mm-hmm. And I said, I'm not comfortable backing the Kickstarter. I'm not comfortable being a part of anything that this person does, even though the information kind of on Kickstarter was fantastic.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, the video, all the everything,
Exactly.
everything on Kickstarter.
The marketing and
the marketing from
information.
Kickstarter was great.
Yeah.
But because I was able to find out who was behind it and do a little bit more research, you know, you have a real name, you can find them. And what research can you do? Google, Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook. There was
some tools.
I was able to do enough to where I said, I'm not comfortable with that. I'm not gonna join it.
Mm-hmm.
For me, that wasn't the case for the Perk. I thought they were going to deliver, and I was thinking once they deliver, I might spend $300 on it. But that's in the future. It was just a lot of money. It was the money that deterred me, not the people.
I was close to buying it. I was looking at it. I almost jumped on, their early bird, $175 or whatever it was.
Yeah.
But glad I didn't.
Yeah, I'm glad you didn't too.
But, that's the risk you take. And most of the time, I think the money's refunded or a product's delivered. Maybe it's just a subpar, disappointing product.
Like when you had your December, it was just very, very late.
Yeah.
And it leaks.
Yeah. And they're still working on it. The seals, they've updated. They've got new seals they're sending out to everybody, little gasket valves.
It's not a good product. It doesn't fix it. It doesn't do what it set out to do, ultimately.
I don't care for it.
Late.
Some people love it. Some people really, really praise it. And I think the concept is cool. But it just, for me, it's not dramatically that much of an improvement over any other type of dripper. So,
yeah.
That was anyway. So just buyer beware.
Yeah.
Kickstarter is a cool platform, and a lot of good stuff happens, and there's more and more coffee stuff coming out on there every single day.
But be careful.
Back it if you find that it's a project and something that you stand behind. To Jake's point, look into the individuals that are coming up with it. There's been some on here, just as a last point. They say they're based out of California, but then that you dig a little deeper and you realize it's not. It's a company, overseas that just has kind of some address in California to make you think it's a California company.
In California.
And it's kind of deceptive. Mm-hmm. And to me, that's an indicator if they're going to be deceptive up front about where they're located. Do you even want to do business with them?
In other words, if you drop $1,000, you can't get in the car, take Vinny, drive to California and be like, you owe me some money.
What's up?
You can't because, you'd have to actually, fly away.
Exactly. So
that presents all kinds of other challenges. So we recently completed our book giveaway from Gary V's Crushing It.
Has it been a month? Are we done?
Yeah, we're done.
You're done?
Now, not everyone that won
got a book.
The reason is not everyone got back to me, got back to us with an address.
It's a scam.
Because
you just wanted personal information so you could sell it.
Information. Yeah. I didn't do anything. I didn't collect anything. What I did realize, though, is that giveaways do not benefit you. I don't know. I don't see the benefit at the moment to doing a giveaway. So,
from what perspective?
On Twitter,
you gotta just There's of course a benefit
on Twitter. Yeah, I don't think there's a benefit
for you, for the business,
for me,
for the one receiving the.
Well, for the one receiving free stuff, maybe, but for the rest of us. It's like the reason why you do it. Well, it depends on why you want to do it.
That's what I'm getting at.
For us, thank you, Mike. You're right. Let me talk about the thing. The reason why we did it is because we believe in the methodology and we wanted to serve people. Mm-hmm. And from that standpoint, it was fantastic.
Yeah.
We were able to do that.
It was more successful than we
we're still doing
on that front.
Yeah. We tried to giving away 10 hats off the podcast like a year ago. And we couldn't give away 10 hats.
Now you won't give away because I know there's some of you that want a hat.
Now I won't give them away because I don't have a pretty box to send them in. But I sent them in the pretty box too. But we couldn't give away 10 hats off the podcast. So with Gary V, we were able to give away a lot. I think we gave away like 7. I mean, we wanted 100, but there's still some sitting there that people aren't reaching back or reached out to us. So.
In the box marked heavy.
Anyhow,
too heavy to deliver.
Too heavy to deliver because the truth bombs, the knowledge that Gary was dropping was too heavy for the Postal Service.
Too much.
But so, what I didn't like from a business standpoint, was this, and this I'm just giving you feedback for you because for us, mission accomplished. We wanted to serve you, and we did that, and I have zero regrets about it, about the whole thing. Zero regrets. I mean, I probably could have done it differently tactically.
There's things you learn.
We'll talk about that in a second as well.
Tactically.
tactically
The way it
save
feels
yourself some
tactile.
some shipping and some headaches. Save yourself some shipping by doing it this way. But I noticed that when we set up the rules, right, we're just looking on the internet about how do you set this rule up. Well, for Twitter, right, you want a follow and a retweet the original post.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what we said. Well, people followed and then unfollowed as soon as they got their book, they unfollowed us.
That's it.
A lot of them were just, hey, I was just wanting the book. I followed you for the book.
Let's play the game.
And now I'm unfollowing.
Yeah.
I've also found Twitter to be where people will follow you to get a follow back, and then they'll go unfollow you like the next day, right away.
Really?
It's like they're trying to game the Twitter system.
It's just a number.
It's just a numbers game.
Give me what I want, and then I'm done with you.
And then I'm done with you.
Thank you.
And I thought to myself, wow, from a business standpoint, if you are trying to create meaningful relationships with people, this is not the right way to do it.
Yeah.
If that's your goal, then it's not doing a giveaway
it might
on
not
Twitter.
Be accomplishing that
is not going to accomplish that. I don't think. Now we have met some people. I'm talking about Twitter specifically. I would say maybe 50%, like of people we've actually. It did help some. Maybe not even 50%. I'd say the majority unfollowed us and don't want anything to do with us because they just wanted the book, which is fine because that's what our goal was, to get the book into as many hands as we could.
Yeah.
But we really were trying to serve our audience and maybe build more of our audience and say, hey,
absolutely.
There's more to us than just coffee. We care about you.
Well,
we care about your business. We want to fuel your aspirations.
Yeah, and your passions. We wanted to reach those that just maybe, didn't know about us, but would be on board with what we're doing and enjoy the journey. And maybe they like coffee. Maybe they're an entrepreneur. Maybe they're starting their own business. And we wanted to reach them. And we thought this might be a good way to do it.
So I think a better way to do that in the future is to reward the people that are already with you.
Sure.
Like, instead of going on Twitter and like hashtagging and trying to use like Gary V's platform or like going into his things where they're talking about the book, like threads where they're talking about the book already, be like, hey, you can get a free book from us. You know what I mean? Not that we did that per se.
Oh, I did.
But I think a better way to do it would be just try and limit it. Try and guard it as much as you can. Be like, hey, if you're hearing the sweet sound of my voice and you want a Gary V book, hit me up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Sure.
Like just rewarding the people that are there with you.
Yeah.
Instead of like trying to go outside and get more.
Yeah.
But I guess part of me was insecure as well because having not been able to give away 10 free hats, I just was fearful.
We wouldn't give away too many. Yeah.
That I wouldn't be that popular. That people wouldn't call me out on it. Not like they did for the Yama Silverton. If we're giving away brewers, you guys are savages.
That's
you guys
some
are
of the points.
Savages.
I think it depends on what you're giving away is who you're going to draw, attention. And then you also, what is the purpose of the campaign or the giveaway? If it is to grow or get more attention, which the Gary V book was, I think a lot of our listeners did get the book. I would say the majority still.
I think so.
Probably were people that already followed us.
Yeah.
And then we're going to have another giveaway, which is the Caflano Compresso.
No, you're not. You're not going to give that away.
Oh, yeah. It's ready to go.
Oh, it's ready to go right now.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, then what are the terms and conditions of the giveaway?
What do you mean? There are none.
Let's give it away right now.
Oh. Well, I'm going to put a post out there. I'm saying it's packaged and clean.
Oh.
It's ready to go.
I thought you meant everything is ready to go.
No, nothing's ready to go. But the point being, with that item, it's just going to be for the family. This is going to be for you guys listening.
Homies.
It's going to be, we might throw a post out there for those that are already following us. We'll see it and probably just comment and say you want it, and we'll randomly select a winner. Because that's just to reward, Manny hooked us up with that, wanted it to go to one of our current supporters, and that's what we'll do. So, I don't know. I think you just know that if you go into a giveaway wanting to generate numbers, that there's going to be some that unfollow you the next day, some that are only there for the item. They don't care about you. And some will, and then part of that, you're also asking those that truly do follow you to compete with those that really don't care. And so that's an element.
Yeah, I
You know
like
what I mean?
that. I like the way you said that. Yeah, and that might not be as you might not get what you were thinking.
Exactly.
You were getting.
Exactly. So I think it's fun though, and I think what we're going to do, in my opinion, focus more on coffee-related items.
Yeah.
I think we have a lot of giveaways with the devices we're going to review and test, and we just don't use that often. It makes more sense to pass it along and let somebody else get some enjoyment out of it.
Yeah.
So that's, I think, where we're going to go with it.
Yeah.
Right?
I think that's fair.
That
I
makes
think
sense.
that's fair.
And
I
hopefully
like
you'll appreciate that as well and be more drawn to that.
that. Yeah, I think so because
And you don't have to read.
yeah, and you don't have to read. you could just keep making more coffee.
Because we're going to keep the instructions.
So we normally try not to kind of timestamp or date stamp these episodes to make them more relevant, evergreen. Meaning if you listen to it at any time, you can still get value from it.
We try to live in the future.
We try to live in the future, not in the past.
While living in, we're in the past at the same time.
However, this is impactful, and it is something that is popular, pop, at the end of March 2018. And that is this. LA County Superior Court Judge Elihu Burley.
Elihu?
Who? Wrote in a tentative decision this week that the coffee companies, represented in this case, did not meet their burden to prove that there was a safe level of consumer exposure to a chemical compound created in roasting coffee. So, acrylamide is one of the 850 confirmed or suspected carcinogens listed under California's Prop 65. So, at one point, acrylamide in a study was found in excessive, like super excessive amounts to cause cancer in some rats.
A diet of acrylamide only?
Yeah. So, or I think like maybe they injected them with it. So
that's funny. They put them on a, what you would call it? An IV dripper of acrylamide.
Acrylamide. And surprise of all surprises, some rats got cancer.
Yeah, they didn't fare so well.
They did not fare so well. So acrylamide exists in many foods, including coffee, and at very high doses. Rats exposed to acrylamide had a higher risk of developing certain cancer. That study in 2002 made it possible to target coffee under Prop 65. Now, basically, it's one dude who is a lawyer who says, he's like, I want to be able to drink coffee without acrylamide. And you don't want to roast you don't want to take the steps to eliminate it from coffee. So, nanny, nanny, haha, I'm going to sue you. Now, the American Institute for Cancer Research has said coffee doesn't need to carry a cancer warning. Scientists say it protects from cancer. The scientists from Harvard's T.H. Chan School of Public Health says the lawsuit is profoundly misguided. And it's insane that coffee would cause, or even suggesting that coffee would cause cancer is insane.
Yeah.
But what is acrylamide? How does it accumulate in coffee? Why is it in coffee? And what is the deal with, Prop 65 and what does it mean for you guys? Acrylamide is developed as part of the Maillard reaction.
Yeah, during the Maillard reaction.
During the Maillard reaction. So as it toasts, as it becomes burnt it, and
the sugars,
even if you don't
and the amino acids
burn the coffee, I think the darker you go, the more acrylamide you get. I was going to tell him, well, you're drinking Starbucks, bro. That's half your problem. You're drinking little charcoal beans there. That's your problem. Drink some properly roasted coffee and you won't have no problem. But you ain't going to have no problem even if you drink Starbucks dark roasted garbage. If you drink that ground up cat gravel, you're still not going to get cancer from it.
Yeah.
But so it shows up in potatoes, in breads, in toast. Anytime you get a darkening of the whatever it is you're eating or consuming, you are getting a small trace amount of acrylamide. You will never consume enough acrylamide to get cancer.
No. They have no proof of that.
It ain't going to happen.
They can't replicate it. And in fact, even in the studies that you referenced, Jake, with the mice, they were consuming anywhere from 1,000 times to 100,000 times the amount that would ever be found in any diet, they said.
So you would have to eat 100,000 lifetimes worth of acrylamide, like in one sitting, in order to get you some cancer from it.
And even then, if you did, the way that humans digest it or process it is different than animals in this study. So they don't even know
if it would affect humans the same way.
Exactly.
What you can know for certain is that coffee has been studied exclusively, extensively, and it has been found to not only fight cancer, but have all kinds of other positive properties for you to keep drinking.
That have been proven.
I mean, this is proven. Now,
that's what's crazy, right? Because they've proven that it can actually add, in those studies, when they say this adds years to your life. In general, people that consume it versus people that don't consume it live X longer. Well, that doesn't make sense if the people that are consuming it are getting cancer and dying from cancer.
Dying from acrylamide.
It doesn't add up.
It doesn't add up. What does this mean for you, though? If you are a roaster, it means
you're going to die. You're going to die. Just accept it.
If you have 10 employees or if you have less than 10 employees for your business, you are not part of this.
You're not going to die.
It does not affect you at all. You can continue shipping coffee to California without a Prop 65 warning sticker on your coffee. However, if you have more than 10 employees and you're serving coffee, roasted coffee, to anyone in the state of California, you have to have a Prop 65 sticker, warning, disclaimer on there. If you are a consumer and you live in California, get out. Secondly, if you are a consumer and you live in California, you may have to be able to intelligently talk about this to your friends and family who are genuinely concerned for your coffee habits.
They're going to call you over and want to talk to you about the coffee that you consume and how they love you. They don't want to see you die from cancer.
From coffee cancer.
And they want you to stop.
Cancer coffee.
Stop drinking coffee immediately.
Yeah. So we want you to be able to intelligently talk about it. And that is acrylamide. I'm probably saying it wrong. I sound like an idiot. But
you are.
Acrylamide.
It was a good article on Business Insider that you should link to. That go into many of the things.
Put that in the show notes, and I will link to that as well. I'm going to link to the LA Times article. I'm going to link to the SCA News article, the Daily Coffee News article. By the time this comes out, it'll be a week gone by, and you'll already be good to go. You'll already know what you've got going on.
Well, and one last point, as you mentioned, right? The ruling was done in this fashion that the defendants, the coffee companies, did not adequately prove that it was not cancerous. So because they could not, point to a study, because there are no studies. There's not enough studies. There's no evidence.
Nothing. Yeah.
Because everything in there is potentially cancerous. We just don't know it yet. And in fact, probably in some degree it does. I mean, right? But because they did not definitively prove, we're going to go ahead and say it's dangerous. That principle is a dangerous principle in itself. Because you can apply that to everything.
You could anything. California, you're a hot mess.
They say what you don't know can kill you. That's what the warning should be on every package, right? What we don't know might potentially kill you.
In fact, you have a greater possibility of developing cancer from going into these courtrooms and these old buildings like the Hall of Justice, the HOJJ building, all these buildings, from going there every day to work, to listen to the judge go on about this nonsense, than you do drinking coffee.
It's so true.
That is and guess what? If you don't want acrylamide in your coffee, don't drink coffee. Yeah. Why, like this dude, Raphael Metzger, the Sue Happy lawyer, right? He's like, I don't want it in my, don't drink. Roast your own coffee. Why don't you roast your own coffee? Why don't you do something about it? Why don't you do something about it instead of trying to make everybody else suffer because you're an idiot?
It just doesn't add up. I mean, when there's a genuine concern, when enough research has been done and they could say, yes, look at all these studies, We just want to let you know, you still make your own decision, right? That's ultimately the freedoms we have, and that's
legit.
We don't want to take that away.
That's legit.
I know that drinking this 64-ounce soda is going to, increase my risk for diabetes and all these other concerns, but I'm still going to drink
But I'm still going to do it.
Don't ban it, because I'm going to buy 232 ounces. You know it, right? You know what I mean? Like, so I think there's legitimate warnings when they know, but when they don't know,
and get out of California,
just coming out and saying, well,
get out of California.
This has killed a few mice in a study that were injected directly in the brain. So we're going to go ahead and put a warning on every coffee shop. It's insane.
Yeah.
It's insane.
So moving along, because I don't want to sound too much like a jerk, because I probably do already. Moving right along to
well, you are conceited.
Off-gassing. I am conceited and condescending. And that is true. That is true, but I'm trying to do better.
You are doing better.
That's legit. I'm trying to do better.
But don't do too much better.
Okay. Mike talked about
my gas problem?
Your gas problem.
Yeah.
And in our next episode of Brew and Review, we drink coffee that was roasted the same day.
Same day.
We grind it and we let it sit for an hour. We let it sit for a few hours to off gas. And that because of our conversation about that grinding and off gassing, like if you grind it and let it sit for an hour, Scott Rayo has hypothesized that that's like letting your coffee rest for a week.
Yeah.
1 hour equals 1 hour grind equals 1 week of just chilling with no grind.
It's coffee years.
So this was sent to me. It is a time-resolved gravimetric method to assess degassing of roasted coffee. I'm going to read just a little bit of this. I'm going to link to it. So if you want to geek out like we're geeking out, you can read more of it. But during the roasting of coffee, thermally driven chemical reactions lead to the formation of gases, of which a large fraction is carbon dioxide, CO2. Part of these gases is released during roasting, while part is retained inside the porous structure of the roasted beans and is steadily released during storage or more abruptly during grinding and extraction. So if you think of the inside of a bean kind of like a honeycomb.
Yeah, the network of chambers.
A network of chambers. As you grind it, you get more surface area and gas is released from those little chambers.
You free the prisoners.
The release of CO2 during various phases from roasting to consumption is linked to many important properties and characteristics of coffee, including the alien brain that I love to brew with every morning. Love the way it looks. I love the way it smells. It is an indicator for freshness, plays an important role in shelf life and in packaging, impacts the extraction process, is involved in crema formation, and may affect the sensory profile in the cup.
Ooh, that was good.
Indeed, and in view of the multiple roles it plays, CO2 is much underappreciated and little examined molecule in coffee. Here we introduce an accurate, quantitative, and time-resolved method to measure the release kinetics of gases from whole beans and ground coffee using gravimetric approach.
I love it.
Samples were placed in a container with a fitted capillary to allow gases to escape. The time-resolved releases of gases was measured via the weight loss of the container filled with coffee. Long-term stability was achieved using a customized design of a semi-micro balance, including periodic and automatic zero-value measurements and calibration procedures. The novel gravimetric methodology was applied to a range of coffee samples: whole Arabica, ground Arabica, and Robusta, roasted at different roast degrees and at different speeds. Modeling the degassing rates allowed structural and mechanistic interpretation of the degassing process. So I know that's a lot. I know that that's insane, and I know that it's very difficult to follow. But let me just use this last little thing here. During the first few hours of the degassing experiment, the pressure differential between inside and outside is up to approximately 5 PA, and the flow of gas exiting through the capillary from the sample container is a laminar hydrodynamic flow. All that means is this. You're losing up to 40 milligrams per hour without, and 2 milligrams per hour. I'm sorry. If you grind it, 2 milligrams per hour with roasted whole beans not ground. During later stages of the degassing experiment, the release of gas from the container is diffusion driven. What does that mean? Well, you can read it and you can figure it out for yourself. But what I took away from it was this. It's about 20 times faster. So if you grind your coffee and let it sit, it is going to off-gas or degas 20 times faster than if it's just sitting there regularly.
Mm-hmm.
That is my conclusion. 20 times.
Wow. So in summary, just
if you've got super fresh coffee and you want it to be a little less fresh, grind it and let it sit for an hour.
there you go. And the pre-ground for your convenience,
Is dead.
unless it's being delivered to you within an hour,
It's dead.
2 hours,
It's dead. You're drinking dead coffee.
you are.
You're drinking dead coffee, and it's not
Usually,
as good as
I
it
think
could be.
what does remain is carbon. You're tasting a lot of carbon,
I love that.
you know?
So we've got two more things. One is you put in here a St. Anthony update. Did you want to give us a little update on the Phoenix Dripper? Is that what this is?
Kind of, yes, because I mentioned, previously that I got the Phoenix 70 version 2. I also bought their filibuster, which was on back order, so I was waiting until that came.
Did you get it?
To show it all off and demonstrate and talk about it.
Did you get it? Did you get it?
The filibuster was on back order till March 20th.
Okay.
So, right, it's now, we're past that.
Yeah.
We're past that. And their website still says back ordered until March 20th. And I haven't received any information. So yesterday I sent them an email, say, hey, I just want to follow up. What's going on? And they replied 48 hours later and said, it's still on back order. There's a delay. We're hoping to get them in soon, and we'll send you an email with a tracking number as soon as it arrives. So
Did you respond by saying, bro, why don't you update your site, though?
Well, that's kind of my point. Communication. Not only,
It almost reminds me of the busy thing again. Remember, it's like you can get your coffee fast, order now. And then after you order, hey, by the way, we're back ordered and you're not going to get it.
It is in similar fashion. To their credit, they tell you up front when I ordered it, hey, this is back ordered. And then on the packing slip, they had it highlighted and said, hey, this is back ordered. You still pay. They took the money.
But isn't somebody in charge of that product? Isn't somebody in charge of the filibuster? Is there no product manager that says, it's not going to happen by the 20th. We should probably update the site. And then can they call the manufacturer or whoever is making it and say, hey, what do you think? Or isn't there not somebody that cares about that and says, okay, hey, we're looking at 10 days, 20 days. Okay, let me just put something. Let me put April 15th on there. Let me put tax day. Let me just say, hey, by tax day. We're hoping by tax day now. And send out an email to everyone who gave you money and said, hey, I'm sorry. I told you the 20th, but it's not. Like,
I think that's good business.
What?
Because on top of that,
what is up with that?
Me reaching out, because I've been eagerly waiting because I want to try it. I can't use the V60 because you can't do a single cup
V70.
with it. The V70, thank you, Phoenix,
anytime.
because the filter dips into the mug. You need a decanter or a really tall glass. Anyway, I'll show you that when we get it. But I had to, as a consumer, go out and say, wait a minute, you charged me. I have to follow up and find out what's going on. Your site.
I got to chase you down now.
And on top of that, the reason that made me think about this is they're promoting it on Instagram. They have promoted articles that say, hey, product shown by the filibuster.
They got sales funnels.
You click on the filibuster and it's back ordered. And I waited 9 days after the back order date.
You should probably take that Instagram campaign down.
So those things, to me, even though I think St. Anthony's, they seem to be a great company making great products, that leaves a sour taste, and I can't be the only one. So I just want to give that update. We're still waiting on the filibuster.
If you're waiting on the filibuster, email St. Anthony today.
Let them know that you expected it by now.
All right. That was good. That was good. So lastly here, you've been seeing this box sitting next to my face. If you've been watching the YouTube, if not, then you don't know there's a box sitting next to my face because you're only hearing the sweet sound of my sultry voice instead of looking at the beautiful, perfect face that I do have.
What are you saying?
I'm trying to.
What are you saying?
Face. There's a box next to me. Somebody reached out and said, "Hey, can I send you this?" Should I check and see what the name was? Should I give a shout out to the name?
Sure. You got 90 seconds.
Okay. Somebody reached out, and I will tell you who it is. Oh no, that's somebody else. That's the embroidery for Printful that I'm trying to get there. There's that.
Let's just show your email.
What are we doing? Sandra.
Yep.
Hello, Sandra. Thank you, Sandra. So Sandra sent me a Barsetto.
What is a Barsetto?
I have no idea.
Don't know.
But it was a product giveaway, and this is the way you do a giveaway. Sandra was killing it. This is what Sandra did. Sandra bought it off of Amazon and had Amazon ship it to me.
We mentioned that, didn't we?
That is what we should have done with the book giveaway. I should have bought 100 copies one by one individually for winners and sent it to them. Drop shipped it from Amazon instead of getting all 100 books to me and then paying for shipping to go out.
Makes sense.
For the majority of them, I sent at priority mail, $7 a book. Instead of, and then Manny said, "Hey, did you know that there's media mail that you can send that for and ship it for $3?"
Yeah.
I spent hundreds and hundreds of dollars. Actually, I spent a couple grand.
That's a lot.
On the books and the shipping. Whatever.
However, you would not have
I wouldn't have
drawn the
this.
eye of Sauron.
The eye of Sauron had I not. Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes. We wouldn't have gotten attention from Gary V, the man himself.
From the author.
So here's the deal, though.
Sauron.
If you have a device, you can, if you get it listed on Amazon and you want to do giveaways, you should do drop ship giveaways from Amazon. That's the way to do it.
Yes, it is. Makes sense.
The other thing that I saw today on Amazon that I think is very cool is there was a Breville Barista Express with a dash button for coffee. You could buy the kit. So you get the coffee, you get the dripper, and it comes with a dash button with you so you can just refill. Boom, boom, boom. That's what we need to do for our coffee. We need to get that puppy on Amazon. We need to get a dash button. We need to get a dripper. And we need to be able to get a kit. And we need to be able to give them away. Anyways, that's the future. That's where we're going. And I want you to be able to say, "Alexa, give me my orange cactus," and get it that way. So the Barsetto. What is the Barsetto? I don't know.
I have no idea. But
it says Barsetto, Italy. But it's from
information.
Korea. It's from Korea. Let's just be honest. It says Tripresso CA portable coffee machine. Play your flavors.
Play your flavors.
Thank you, Sandra. I am going to play my flavors.
It's a
and
funny
then there's
phrase.
like little images here on the side. It is hysterical. I figure
Icons.
if you laugh, I got to be the straight
Well,
man.
you have to say either fool or bro at the end of it.
Bro.
Play your
Play your flavors, bro. Mikey wants to say, never mind. I'm not going to say what Mikey wants to say. So there's little icons, little images, and it says families enjoy.
Families.
So get your kids hyped up on Barsetto.
It's good for the house.
Office inspiration.
Inspire your coworkers.
I believe that does happen with enough caffeine. Official business travel.
Yeah.
Look, if it's not official business travel, don't be taking the Barsetto with you.
It's allowed in business class.
If you're just lying to your wife to try and get away to your second family in Kansas City, don't be taking the Barsetto with you.
Yeah.
Repent. Okay. Outdoor travel, take this with you on a tent, and also leisure travel, which cannot be outdoor. Leisure travel has to be separate from outdoor. So we have not opened this. This is unopened, and we've waited so we can open it here on the air.
This is exciting. This is, okay. So
the Barsetto. It is a brown package, and inside the brown package is a sleek white box that looks like an old school
almost like an Apple product.
Yeah, like an Apple product. It's white. It's saran wrapped. It's another box inside, and it looks very cool. Ooh. I am super excited about this. I love me some boxing. And it says...
It's got the colors of Italy.
It says Tripresso CA. I don't know what that means, but we're going to find out, and I still think it's from Korea.
Play your flavors.
Play your flavors,
Color
bro.
is black.
And it opens on the front. I'm going to set it.
It's got a magnet. It's magnetized.
Magnet.
Whoa,
open.
Look at that.
Oh, it's got a picture of the Colosseum in Rome. Kind of a subdued picture of the Colosseum. And there it is. The Barsetto. It's got Italian colors on it. This is a to-go mug that you can brew into. That's what this is. They've got the inside has got this foam on it. Look at that. That is a to-go mug. Steal a Barsetto Tripresso. Tripresso. This has got to be the maker.
Yeah. Look at that. What's going on there?
Cool. It's got a little, feel that. It's got like a little rubber doohickey on the bottom.
They both got little, whoa.
That is cool. I got to tell you.
Oh,
what did you do, Mike? Mike just broke it.
Just got 4 inches taller.
That's the way that works. Because you pump it up, you create pressure, and then it forces down through the coffee. Look at that. It's like a little K-cup basket. It's an individual coffee cup basket. The perfect performance And there's a picture of a cute girl drinking coffee. That's the key, I think. You got to have hot chicks drinking coffee, even if it's subtle.
Oh, you just see the top lip.
It says this: "Dear my friend, thanks for your attention and purchase our Barsetto products. We are welcome any suggestions about our product and service when you receive or use our products with any question. Please contact us. We will reply you as soon as possible." In North America, you email. There we go. There's that. Look at this. The sealing ring and installer. They give you an extra.
You can use this with K-Cups.
You can use it with K-Cups.
It's got a needle with a little poker that.
Oh, you can use the Barsetto with K-Cups.
That's what it looks like.
So you can take your little packages of dead coffee with you, and all you need is hot water and the Barsetto, and you're good to go. But they gave us a little K-Cup device. I'm interested to see how much coffee. Little adapter that goes in there. I'm interested to see. Now I have a Keurig machine. But it's not a Keurig, it's a Barsetto.
It's better.
A portable manual coffee machine. Please read this carefully. Don't use the coffee machine for other purposes and use it in a dry environment.
Oh, so good, because I had some ideas.
Okay, so the maximum capacity is 236 milliliters. Ground coffee, so it's a little smaller. A K-Cup capsule box. They call it the coffee powder filter box. And a travel mug that comes with it. That's pretty cool.
What's it retail for? Do you know? Do you want to look it up?
Yeah, I'm gonna look it up while you keep playing with that thing there.
Yeah, so I'm wondering. I think that this is just a cap, and I'm guessing that you go like, oh yeah, wait, I'm guessing you go like that. Look at that.
Just brew right into it.
You brew. This is a discover your brew, and you go like that. And you brew
until all the water's gone. You pump the water through. So you could do a pre-infusion. If you measure a little bit, you can pre-infuse, you can let it sit, and then you can run it through.
Yeah. Just run it through.
Run it through.
Just take it, right? Yeah.
It comes with a replacement seal, or is the seal not on there yet? I think this ring has to go on there.
On where?
Don't discard and keep well. See
it looks like a replacement.
Is it a replacement?
There's already one on there. It says spare part for missing or cracked replacement. It's a spare part for missing or cracked replacement.
$75.
$75.
Yep. The Barsetto Tripresso CA portable single-serve coffee machine K-Cup maker with coffee cup. It's $75, which I'm excited to try this now.
I will say, Jake,
I gotta sneeze.
This has bless you. This has quite a few little parts. I know you're not a fan of
little parts.
I mean, it's not too bad. You got like a basket. You got the holder, the basket, the bottom. I mean, it's pretty straightforward, though.
Look at that photo. I'm pouring from my to-go mug into a decanter or into a vessel.
Into a for here mug.
A for here.
I changed my mind, is what that says.
I changed my mind. Actually, it looks like I could do this, and then I'm going to rock it like a bulletproof style. I could just brew straight into the Ninja and then blend it. Please stop playing with my Barsetto. It's like being with a juvenile.
What are you doing over there? I'm just making my coffee. Yeah, this is perfect for the office.
Yeah. It's only a fifth of the weight of household coffee machine. Ultimate convenience for anywhere. K-Cup capsules and powder, compatible with K-Cup capsules and ground coffee. Maximum brewing 9-ounce coffee or other drinks. Yeah, because you could throw whatever you want to kind of K-Cup in there. You could do one of the hot cocos or anything like that.
You probably even use it for tea. If you like tea, I guess.
28.
Put some
I think 8 ounces. Tea. I would just do 8 ounces. I think the max is you're going to do 8 ounces. But remember, we I wrote an article about K-Cups and getting the most out of it.
Yeah.
Really, the K-Cup is a super high ratio. I think that's what makes it taste so bad. Besides the fact that you're using dead cat gravel to make coffee with, you're using like a 24-1 or 20 to, it's much higher than 20-1. All I could fit was 18 grams of coffee into my little K-Cup device. So I think if you use something more appropriate, if you make like 8 ounces, I think you'd be good to go.
Just know the limitation of it. I think to me, too, I always wondered about the extraction, the quality of the extraction when everything's in like a little basket, without pressurizing.
I would use 15 grams, 15 grams of coffee, 225 grams of water. That's what I'm going to use when I try this Tripresso by Barsetto, and we are going to do a brew and review with it.
First time.
That's what we're going to do.
You're not going to try it until then, right? Or are you?
I was going to kind of dial my...
You want to get smart with it?
I was going to, but I guess I could do whichever.
Well,
I could do whichever, because we're not going to do it today.
You mentioned that.
But so we should have just do it right now.
Tripresso.
Okay. We'll do a brew and review.
Yeah, we'll show it off.
It'll be the first time. The brew and review that you get will be the brew and review first time trying it. I'm not going to warm up with it or anything like that.
You're not going to warm up?
Nope.
You're not going to take it for a test run?
Not going to stretch. Nope. Not going to stretch. Not going to do any mobility drills. Just going to go straight into the Barsetto by Tripresso. Tripresso by Barsetto.
This is a nice box.
It is a very sweet box.
I like it.
The other side.
Oh.
The other side.
It's like it's not opening anymore.
The other side.
It's locked. Yeah. It even locks. It's got magnets in there. That's pretty cool. All right. Is that all we got?
Yeah, that's it.
We're out of time.
Yeah, we're over an hour. Like we're over an hour.
Well, cut out the beginning because I think
I'm going to cut out just a little bit of the beginning. So you're going to have to try to match that up with your video.
Okay, so we are going to see you later.
Tripresso.
Try the Presso. We are going to play with our flavors next time.
Join us next time, indeed, to play your flavors. Until then, you can check the show notes at orangecactuscoffee.com/episode 112 for all the show notes and links to all the things that we talked about. Thank you so much for listening, and we will catch you next time.